What's up, guys? I'm Seth Henigan. We're here with the 901 Fund, and we got some of our offensive linemen here. We got Jacob Likes, Davion Carter, Mac Pounders, and Jonah Gamble. All right, so where are you guys from, and when did y'all start playing football?
I'm from Memphis, Tennessee, grew up around here, and I started playing football when I was in kindergarten. You up, man?
You supposed to say your name.
Man, he already introduced me. You good?
That's facts. I did.
Okay. My name is Davion Carter. I'm from Louisville, Mississippi, and I started playing offensive line when I was in 10th grade.
10th grade?
Jonah Gamble. I'm from Cartersville, Georgia. I started playing O-line when I was 6 years old.
I'm Mac Pounders. I'm from Olive Branch, Mississippi. I started playing O-line when I was in around 9th, 10th grade too.
So do you play any other positions like before 9th and 10th grade?
I played Little League. I played outside linebacker, and then going through middle school and freshman year I played defensive end.
So what was your first year like football?
First year of football, I was 7. I played defensive end.
I did play a little quarterback and running back for the Tigers back in the day, 1 year.
Oh, watch out.
When I was 6 years old, I played cornerback all the way up until I was like 10.
Ooh. See, I didn't play O-line really till like sophomore year of high school. I played D-line the whole time.
Yeah, I played like walk down, like buck.
Yeah,
10th grade.
2 point little DN. Yeah.
Facts.
So do y'all like gain weight? That's why you changed offensive line?
I think they just found out I wasn't an athlete that cool.
Yeah, I wasn't athletic enough, I guess.
You know, in high school, like you're
Well,
like
regularly,
the
you got
biggest
the
person.
weight limit in rec league, so you got the black stripe on the back of your helmet.
Yeah.
So you got to be on the
Yeah, we had that sticker. We had the sticker on the back.
I had to rip it off, and then they noticed halfway through the season, I was like, no. Right back on.
All right, so what made y'all choose Memphis?
I'm gonna Joe start this off.
Jonah, you can start us off.
Coach Silverfield, he was the O-line coach at the time. It was 2019, so we were having a pretty good year that year. He talked to me almost every day. He recruited me hard, got me to come up on a visit. I was visiting Louisville that weekend, and I came down to Memphis, and I really liked it. Came back on an official a few months later, going into my senior year that summer, and I committed and just stayed committed, early enrolled in January of 2020. So, Coach Silverfield is really.
For me, I just kind of want to stay close to home, really have opportunities to go other places. It kind of just came down to where I felt like I was really going to be valued and who was going to take care of me the most. I felt like I could get that close to the crib. So.
Similar to them, I'm closer to home to it. I'm only 3 hours away. It's right here. I'm a Mississippi guy. And just like Jonah, Coach Silverfield was the offensive line coach. We had a great relationship, and as time went, I liked the way he coached and everything. And when he became the head coach, that was somebody I wanted to be like a team I wanted to be a part of.
I'm gonna say the exact same thing, pretty much. I mean, my house is 30 minutes from campus. I want to be, play for the hometown, and then, like they said, I built a really good bond with Coach Silverfield. He was the offensive line coach at the time, and I knew he was the guy I wanted to play for. So.
Did you have any other offers?
I had like 28.
Stop lying.
Out of JUCO?
Yeah. Facts.
You went to JUCO, right?
Yeah.
What were your like top offers out of JUCO?
FCS.
Syracuse. Like my top 3, I was gonna go like Syracuse, like USF, on Coastal and here. My JUCO, so we had like the early signing period in December.
Yeah.
It stopped on the 15th. And I had like 1 week, I had my finals, and then I could take officials. So I just drove up here from my JUCO. It was 20 minutes in my regular car, and I was like, and then they said I had a weather delay to go to Syracuse, and I was like, it's over. Go to Memphis, And it was a good spot. It turned out being the best thing for me.
Yeah. So Mac, you had a bunch of Power 5 offers. Just walk me through like your recruiting experience and like why you ended up coming to Memphis.
My story is a little shaky, bro. I was committed to Mississippi State for a long time. I think from 11th grade all the way up until about late November, early December of my senior year, and I kind of always wanted to go to Ole Miss. Just a feeling I always had, like I wanted to be there. And committed to them. I was committed for like a week and a half, bro. And, I just wasn't getting a good feeling about it. The 15th come, like you said, early signing day, and you get your letters, they mail them to you. And I had got here, I got Arkansas, I got LSU, and it was only 3 schools that sent one. So I'm still committed to Ole Miss at the time, so I'm calling them like, where my letter at, and they ended up pulling the offer. So it's kind of like I had opportunities to go play SEC ball, but I really wanted to stay close to the crib, and it was COVID too, so I kind of wanted to make sure I could take care of my people at home and still play ball. So.
Wah, wah.
Hey, I don't regret it though, bro. I don't regret it, bro.
Everything happened for a reason, I feel like.
Chill.
That's good.
But nah, bro, it's definitely like, it was a learning experience. I learned a lot from it. Really just taught me to be grateful for it, what's coming my way.
What about you? Growing up in Memphis, was Memphis always like the dream school, or did you want to play at the highest level in college? Or?
If I'm being honest, growing up in Memphis, we weren't very good in, the 2000s, the early 2000s, when I was growing up. People, my age didn't really start becoming Memphis fans until, early 2010s, when I got into middle school. And that's when Memphis really started getting on my radar. But, I committed early. I committed in, June or July before my senior season, just because, I didn't want to waste any time. My biggest thing was I wanted to commit before my senior season. I wanted to commit to a school that I was their, top priority guy. I didn't want to be, we'll throw you an offer. No, I wanted to be, they wanted me. I was their first choice. I was the only scholarship offensive lineman coming out of high school in my class. And I felt like it was just a great opportunity for me, so I went ahead and I committed early in July.
Did you go to football games growing up?
Oh yeah. I remember when I was this was elementary school, our football league. If you had a certain GPA and played or something like that, I can't remember the exact things you had to have. But the Battle of the Bones, Memphis First UAB, you were able to run around the field all the kids. So there was 150 of us, man, just running around the field. I had those shirts. I think I still got pictures from those days. So I've always been kind of close to the program.
That's cool. All right.
From
I
my
got
parents.
a question.
All right.
So what's the hardest thing about playing offensive line at the collegiate level? How do y'all overcome the difficulties? You know what I'm saying?
You gotta do it.
I'll say different archetypes, different builds of people. Some people you have to be more aware of the speed and agility, and other guys they're just very strong guys, big guys, and you got to adjust to those guys every play because they move and bring in new people. You got to learn 8 to 10 different people every time and make sure you do your job and protect the QB.
It's really just when you're playing a good team. In high school, they might have 1 or 2 good guys on the team.
Facts.
That's 3 plays, they're out, and you got some trash coming in. You're like, whatever. But it's we're in there every play.
Yeah.
You're 16 plays deep in a drive, about to throw up, and then all of a sudden the All-American comes out. You're like, oh God, here we go.
Yeah, everybody's good.
Everybody's good. It's just every time that they switch, get fresh guys. Everybody's good, so you gotta. Especially when they switch, you gotta all right, this play I gotta make sure I'm on it because fresh bodies are out here.
And I'll say the technique too. Your technique has to be flawed.
Facts.
One wrong step, one wrong look at the eyes, you missed the block, you messed the whole play up.
So my biggest thing is in high school I didn't play center, I played tackle, and then going through there said I could just go hit stuff. I could just go hit. You can ask Jonah one game, he headbutted me and was trying to get me all amped up. I went out there, got every call wrong, the whole drive. I was just so amped up wanting to hit somebody. I messed the whole drive up. But my biggest thing for me is
2020 or something.
That was 2021. My biggest thing for me is instead of that, it's such a tough mental battle, especially playing center. I just gotta I'm.
You gotta see everything.
I was about to say, I'm sometimes more mentally exhausted than I'm physically exhausted after a game.
You gotta call the calls, and a lot of time, it's I'm over here dog tired, and he's over here screaming calls the whole time and doing the same thing. And then I'll try to communicate. I'm and then Mike's is over here
Then the calls can change based on them moving in the instant.
I'll say it's
because especially
you got to keep your eyes
defense
up.
is so crazy now, especially over the last few years. Everything's moving constantly. You got people coming in and out of the box. You got D linemen shifting, 3 down, 4 down. So it's the whole week you're preparing for everything that can happen.
Yeah.
You gotta communicate. Hey, it's first down, or it's 3rd down, or this is coming if this person's on this side of the center. So it's there's just a lot of things mentally that people don't know that we have to pick up. Just
The film study and just
the film study.
football
If you don't study film the week of the game,
You're toast.
You're toast.
Yeah, like in the offensive line, it's such big on like unity. One person out of the 5 can mess the whole play up.
Yeah.
Like you can have a dominant game up front
But if one guy-
physically,
yeah.
but if one guy like he doesn't do his job, like the play will be negative. It'll be a TFL or a sack. It's just one of the biggest. It's one of the biggest unity
It's
groups
just
in
basically
sports. Period.
everything has to go perfect every play
Yeah.
for us to.
No doubt.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
no doubt. Yeah, I agree.
Good for us this year. I probably should. I'll
You
keep
shouldn't have said
low.
that.
That's gonna be tough.
Hey look.
Hey, that's gonna be tough.
Hey, Jonah on the interview. You should have said
I mean, nobody's gonna know what that means.
yeah.
That's
Are we
I don't
still
even know what that
rolling?
means.
I've been rolling.
Our it's like our
Should we-
silent cadence.
Yes.
Yeah, it's like when
When he says it, ready,
And he goes
says
when he
go.
wants to.
It's
Yeah.
just, and it kind of messes up the defense, so they don't time it up every
Well, I'll
time.
say
Yeah. Yeah, so Jacob, like, if we see like a pressure coming on one side and the protections to the other side, then Jacob will like turn around, you know, like look back at me, like give me a little wink or something like that. Like, put his hand in the air.
What's something.
So then we'll make the protection go the other way, and
Yeah.
you know, we really have to like all be talking. To be honest, like when we come to the sideline, we'll sit in like a U, and like
Yeah.
it'll be like me and the running backs, or our coach, and then the whole line, and then tight ends.
Tight ends over there.
Then a lot of the
Yeah,
things,
to give.
a lot of the checks we don't know, and
Yeah.
he knows. So it's like he sees a lot of things that we don't see, so he'll come down and check to a whole nother protection. Or it's like even if Jacob doesn't end up picking up, but he kind of has a sense, like he sees a safety pull up or somebody drop, then he'll hey, let's copy to this side. You know.
Yeah, in
just
fact,
case.
I was gonna give him a lot of credit for seeing field
Yeah.
alerts and things like that, knowing when to pull the ball, knowing where he's hot from and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Real intelligence.
It helps me out a lot.
Yeah, and then really like Jacob is the main one, or really the center is the main one who has to deal with making calls and communicate with me, and he's always trying to learn more stuff and trying to learn a little even more to his knowledge, because like he's not gonna see a safety blitz, you know what I'm saying? That's hard for a center to do, but like I'm back there, I'm looking for that. But so I mean we'll just communicate like that.
Yeah.
So like coming into y'all's like second year basically, since y'all played a lot last year, like how do y'all feel the unit is as a group, and how do y'all feel about the coaching changes at y'all's position?
Well, talk about like, you know, the O-line being connected and everything, especially for us three. I mean, us being like, I mean, I've been playing with Jonah. This will be our third year now. This will be me and his second year. Especially as interior guys, it's really important because, you know, our combos, like we're just so connected and everything. Like we're going to be working with each other every single play. And even with like Mac, him having another year with me, you know, the group now playing, because like especially for me being the center, like it's important that he understands what I'm saying, because you know my calls aren't gonna be perfect every single time. Like Jonah knows, like I might say something that might make no sense to anybody else, but it makes perfect sense to Jonah because he knows
So
what I'm
then,
saying.
yeah, they're like,
Yeah.
what? I'm like, oh, this, no, oh, okay.
Yeah. So I mean, it's just important that we all understand what we're meaning to each other, the combos. I mean, just we all have to be one brain. We all got to be one unit, man.
Yeah.
So
And then me and him, we've been like off and on playing next to each other for like 2 years, I guess. So, you know, injuries with both of us. You know, we've maybe started together one game, the next game I'm out or he's out, and so you know, it's really this spring was trying to focus on, because you got to have a lot of chemistry with your center as a guard, but you also have to have chemistry with your tackle as well. So you got to really get to know both people next to you that you're playing with, and like Jacob double teams different than he does.
No.
And it's basically you got to figure out where the fit is that best. Like when you fit into somebody on a double team, you got to figure out where that is on a person that works the best for both people you're playing with.
Yeah, definitely knowing who you're next to, knowing like how they play, knowing
How they think.
their strengths and weaknesses. Like it definitely benefits everybody knowing that Like I know Terrence, he ain't here with us, but I know Terrence, he likes to dive and hit the hip. So if I can anticipate when he hits the hip, I know for a fact I can get more movement and torque the block over so we can open up the B gap. And me and Likes, I know that he's gonna give me a and hit the hip. So when I can torque him with this arm and open up this A gap,
I know
and let the running back hit the back
him.
side.
It's just if I can stand him up for like 1 second, he's coming. It's just like where he at? Where he at? Boom! And then we just roll him. So it's like if I can just stand it up for like that half a second while he gets there, then
We gone.
we're going. Yeah.
And as far as the coaching changes, I would say we really like the job Coach Myers is doing. Like he came in embracing us. He didn't come in on, enforcing what he knew, but he kind of grew into the group. He's embracing like who we are as people and helping us grow as like a group, understanding communication, helping us like we get extra work in. We're going to meet after this actually.
Yeah.
Like we've been doing things that we haven't done in the past, but I feel like it's going to be a breakout unit.
Not even really from that aspect. It's just the fact that the difference between last year and this year in the room is there's more of like an identity. People kind of coming out their shells a lot more, and I feel like that goes a long way just because of how you take criticism or coaching from.
It's really just comfortability as a group because it's like some of us were comfortable, some of us weren't. It's not like we were kind of going back and forth like the last few years, and now it's like if everybody can just be comfortable in the room, asking the questions that they need to ask, and not going out there, scared to ask questions or scared to get embarrassed,
Scared to
not
mess
even
up.
by like the coach, but us. Just like why would you ask that? But like. We're trying to make it to where it's just, open discussion and it's more comfortable. It's fun, but you also know when to be serious. And like you get your stuff done, but you enjoy while you're doing it. So I enjoy that about Coach Myers. And I mean, Coach Deal and Dom.
Oh yeah,
great
Coach Deal.
I
We
think
got like a secret weapon with Coach Deal. Like
Shout out Coach.
I mean, he won 2 Super Bowls with the Giants. Talking about Eli. I mean,
Coach Deal.
yeah.
Coach Deal is like that. Coach Deal he done did it all. He done did everything we aspire to be. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, we got Coach Silverfield, we got Coach Myers,
Yeah, we got-
Coach Deal,
we got
Coach
plenty of
Dom.
guys that
I mean, we got like
did
the
the
best
things.
O-line
Coach
coaching
Taylor
staff.
every now and then.
Shout out Coach Taylor.
Coach Bishop.
Coach
He's
Bishop.
gone,
Coach.
he's gone.
Oh yeah. Shout out
Still
Coach
my
Bishop
boy.
last year.
Shout out Coach Bishop.
Yeah, Coach Deal. He a cheat code.
Yeah, he worked with the tackles a lot more independently, and so we kind of get to be with him full time, and I think that's good for us just because we kind of get that separate time to really work on our craft and the techniques that we probably use that y'all probably wouldn't use on the inside.
Great about cut-ups. I mean, he's got
He
so
create
much
all our
in there.
cut-ups. Coach Deal's a guy, he wakes up at 3 o'clock in the morning and he makes sure we have cut-ups from everything. During the season, like every person, he had like every rep they ever done in their lives since like Pampers. Like he's really passionate about it, and you can't do nothing but respect and listen to him.
And he
you
helped,
see how passionate
he helped
is
with note
about it.
taking as well. He really taught us. Because I mean, the NFL, like going from high school to college is a big step up. Just how fast the game is, how much you got to learn, how more in depth the playbook is, and then it's just, I mean, a huge step after that going to the league. So it's like if you're not taking fantastic notes, you don't have everything like color coded, and you don't know what everything means, and it's like you can write something down on one day, and then another day you look at it like, what does that even mean? Like, but if you have a system to where I color code like blue for this, green for this, red for this, and like I'm writing in pen for these, like these, I kind of just organize my notebook in that way to where it's like every time I flip back, even if it's something a little weird that I wrote down, I can think back and remember why I wrote that or what it means, and he's helped with that a lot too. Just note taking more seriously in the O-line room.
And talking about, just continue on Coach Deal, like, I mean, I asked for a center cut up at like 10 a.m. He texted me at like 1:30, it's done, here's the link. And it's like, it's like an hour long, man. It's like a big cut up. I was like, dude,
Thank you.
thanks, man. Like, how'd you want to get this done? Yeah.
I'll never forget that first day that Coach Deal came and he got all us in the meeting room. He had like that big tote full of notebooks, old playbooks and stuff like that. And he really just came in from day one and told us like, whatever y'all were used to doing as far as not taking notes and kind of just
Going
sitting
through
in the
it.
It's
meeting
over.
room.
It's not happening.
Yeah.
Even when it came to change the ways, he walked through the weight room and it'd be like, say you get lazy and it's like you got a 45 and a 10 on, and you got to throw like I don't know, or you got a 45 and a 5 on, you got to throw a 10 on. Clip's already on, you're just gonna throw it on for like one set. He's like, nah, take the 10 off, take the clip off, take the 5 off, put the weight on.
man,
Right?
I remember that.
And you're like, all right, fine. Like, but it's just like it's the little things that
Yeah, it means something, bro.
it definitely means something to him.
Yeah.
What do y'all hope to achieve personally and as a team this year?
Championship. And
Championship.
Dude, undefeated would just be, it'd be so great.
Fans definitely.
Undefeated, championship, bowl game.
New Year's Six bowl.
I'm about to say,
Not just a
New
bowl
Year's
game,
Six
New
bowl
Year's
game.
I'm about to say for me, like my freshman year was when we won the conference championship and we went to the Cotton Bowl. Like I want to bring it like full circle. Like I want to like leave it how I found it. Like that's when I came in. I want to leave it that way.
Yeah, definitely personal, like individual goals. I want to, of course, make all conference.
Yeah.
You know, make all those things, but also make our unit better. Like I want multiple guys all conference. You know what I'm saying? I want to be one of the best offensive lines in the conference.
At the end of the day, though, it's like
And in the,
if we're one
college
of the best
football.
units, then everything should take care of itself.
Right.
Yeah, usually if you're, like rule of thumb, if you're building a team, get a good offensive line because offensive line, they determine almost, I'll say 75% of wins. If you win the trench battle, you pretty much win the game.
Yeah.
If you win in the O-line, D-line category, then
For sure.
it's just like at the end of the day, if the receivers are tripping or Seth's
you
tripping,
look at any,
hand it off.
hey, you look at any.
But
you
if
look
we're
at
tripping,
anything-
Yeah,
yeah, facts.
3 and out.
Yeah. You look at any team that wins, even the Super Bowl. Who won it last year? The Chiefs.
Yeah.
I mean, you got Chris Jones. You got who? Joe Thuney.
Yeah.
And then
Like,
you got,
you got-
another one,
You
man.
got Trey
like,
Smith.
You got Trey Smith. You got all those guys, man. Like when you
Loaded.
build the
Dogs.
interior around, when you build your team
And the
around
Eagles.
good.
They play the Eagles, right?
Yeah, the
Eagles had a
Eagles,
phenomenal-
Eagles, both
Kelsey,
sides of the ball.
yeah, I mean,
Fletcher Cox,
Lane
Jordan
Johnson.
Davis,
Yeah.
Lane Johnson.
We'll say
They got the whole Georgia team out there now.
You can't deny that fact.
Yeah.
For me personally, I really just want to just come out of my shell, stop thinking as much, and just play ball. Kind of,
like that.
I'm the young one out of the group right now, so I mean, y'all kind of been doing a good job of pulling me along, kind of growing me up, maturing me. So this year, I just really want to show everybody what American College is.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I like that.
I want to get back on my aggressive stuff. It's just like, I don't know, I feel like I've been playing like,
Oh yeah, you
not
have.
timid. Not timid, but it's like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, I know what you mean.
you know what I'm saying? I really just want to like, I want to plant more people, you know what I'm saying? Wreck them.
Who had the most dominations last year?
This dude.
Who had the most knockdowns? Dominations, knockdowns. What's the other category? Pocket cleans.
Pocket cleans.
Blows.
Most
Who had the most lows?
Nah, I'm in the
Nah. I think I led pocket cleans dominations and knockdowns.
And
But I know cuts. I didn't have cuts. I don't cut.
I don't think we kept up.
I think he might have the most cuts.
He has the most.
Stowe.
Stowe did.
Stowe.
Bro, my first year, I was cut king.
Bro,
My first year at left tackle, bro. I'm
Like,
talking about, like going this way, cut. I had like 26 cuts.
And like you can,
block 'em.
like here's the thing about like
Whatever,
offensive
it's a
line,
free
like
play, free
you
play.
can make an unbelievable play, like and nobody notices but the offensive line. Like when we watch, we're like,
Yeah.
oh my god. But like,
give up that sack though, boy. Let you listen.
yeah, like I said, the
Ain't
offensive
nothing worse.
the offensive line is like an AC unit. You never notice them until it's not working.
All right. So
For real though.
Mine actually broke this last week, and I
But you,
definitely noticed.
you want to call somebody right away, huh?
Yeah, I did.
But you ain't thinking
fixed it.
AC right now, or you?
No,
You just happy as hell.
That's a good analogy.
That would sound like that.
All right. What does it mean to y'all to use NIL to promote charities through the 901 Fund?
I think it's a big deal. I think that, I mean, obviously 901 Fund is awesome. NIL is awesome. Get a little money. But at the end of the day, you get to help people out. You get to go do real cool events. Like this last weekend, it was like 30 of us. We were out there coaching like 100 kids, 150 kids. And I mean, we just got to have fun with them, got to coach, and then even, you know, going to like youth villages and things like that, kids that, you know, they have troubles in everyday life, and, you know, they just have things going on that a lot of people don't realize at home or mental health wise, and just getting to see kids like that smile and become better versions of themselves, and when they're just so happy that we get to show up and have fun with them just for that day.
I mean, as a program, like community
awesome.
service is like a huge part of like our team. Like we do a ton of stuff around the city. Like we're so blessed to be in like the position that we are, that like there's no reason not to like give back to the community that helps us out so much. I mean, like to go back on like Jonah said, like we get to do so many cool things through 901 Fun. Like we went to the polar plunge for yeah, that was fun. You know,
We actually won an award for the most
community service on all sports.
And we were like 600 hours above second place. Like,
And I'll say, watching the news, like the news tends to be like more negative. You see a lot more things that appeal, but like just going out and seeing kids that you really start to take a look back and realize how grateful you are, you know, and just to see them kids smile that you just showed your face with your jersey on, man, it just makes their day, and you get a good feeling from that. You know what I'm saying? You get a good feeling from that.
Yeah, and really, honestly, kind of like y'all saying, just, you know, giving the kids something to be happy about. I look at it more so for me, like my motivation coming up, I ain't never really have like that big brother or that motivator. It was kind of always other stuff or situations, but man, for the kids, we like superheroes to them.
Yeah,
like,
no doubt.
that's the highlight of their day, seeing us, and you know, it kind of gets swept under the rug how much that means to them. And when you kind of get lost in the fact that you're working because you're having so much fun with the kids, like it don't feel like you working. To be honest, like you know, it's cool. It's a good experience.
100%.
What's y'all's like favorite event that y'all done so far?
You feel so I love it. You feel just
I ain't gonna lie, I had fun at the camp this
Let's say the
weekend.
camp was fun. The camp was fun.
Camp this weekend, watching the kids like just do some of the things like we do, and it was a good time. The kid.
I mean, they're putting their bodies on the line out there. That's crazy.
Hey, I like going to Labana.
So LeBron,
Yeah,
I love LeBron. The game show. Yeah.
Yeah, I like stuff like that.
But that's what I was
just
gonna say.
can't
That's not
stand
even
seeing
901
kids.
fun.
That's not even
We're not
901.
even getting paid for that.
That's
That's like
just-
one of my favorite things, just
I
going to
just
Labana
can't
and having
stand
fun with
So
them.
the game show is like we do like Family Feud game show style.
Yeah, Family
like,
Feud, or we'll do like Name That Tune, and I'll be up there as George Washington dancing around. And
But we'll do that. Then afterwards we'll go around Labana and giving out the prizes to all the kids.
yeah, go to their rooms, get to talk to them for a little bit. Their families. It means a lot to the families, more than we even realize. A lot of times it means more to the families than it does to the kids that we took time out of our day just to try to come up there and give them a prize for winning the game show, making them happy, getting to see them while they're struggling through.
And like we get to go enough times that like we start building like actual relationships
actual
with like
relationships.
the actual the kids. Like we remember the kids and we
Yeah, some kids, they're on top of it. They're winning every week.
I was gonna say they're good at it.
They're good.
Also, I don't know if y'all remember the event we had where we went to the basketball, something like that.
Oh, the ma'am.
Yeah.
That was like one of the first ones.
Yeah, that was like last
mental
summer.
health matters.
That was
Mental
in
health
fall
matters.
camp.
That was at
Fall camp.
in our indoor facility. There was a lot of us. It was it was football,
Volleyball,
track. It was a lot of people,
Basketball,
and we got
women's
to
basketball.
play for a few hours with the kids and have fun and
Forgot about
play
the
some
band.
games.
I forgot. I
That
completely
was in
forgot.
fall camp.
I was sweating. I mean, I had my shoes off. I was sweating bullets. Like I was like, this is the first time I felt
I know
like
about
I played like a kid in so long.
So how do these engagements connect y'all like more to the city?
Me personally, I say that it showed me a side of Memphis that I didn't know existed. I saw a lot of kids that just come from different backgrounds, and they just continue to smile even through everything, and it made me really, feel grateful for where I am. And I actually, when it's all said and done, I want to find a way to give back to kids like that, because I know if I was in one of their shoes, just something like that would make my day and take my mind off everything that's so messed up. You know what I'm saying?
Thanks.
I think for me, it kind of gives you a sense of like, us winning and us doing good and finishing school. It mattered because it kind of showed the kids like if you stay the course and kind of move away from what the environment throwing at you, you can be successful. You ain't got to be a product of where you're from. And so for me, that's what I think about every time we go. Like, what kind of example I'm gonna set when I leave. Like, because I might see one of these kids out in public one day. You never know, just at a store or something. You gotta always set a good example. Because a city like Memphis is dangerous as it is. I hate to say it, but it's not enough role models and people to show kids change, and the student athletes will be the ones to do it.
And I mean, a lot of, other than Tennessee, I guess UT is probably the closest, SEC big university to us. So it's like, just the city has so much pride as a whole. Like, if you're from Memphis, like, if you're from Memphis, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I'm proud. They're proud, proud Memphis.
It don't matter how bad their life has been, but they're gonna stamp that they're from Memphis.
From Memphis, man.
Yeah. You know what I mean? And it's just, I can't even remember anything I was just saying.
My thing is, like, it's inspired me, like, showing, like, what we've been able to do through, like, everything we've done and, like, the amount of lives we've affected. Like, it's inspired me to, like, try to set that up on myself, like, and partner with people and, like, try to get more stuff going on that we can get back to the kids directly. So we got something in the works. I'm not gonna give away more than that, but I got something cooking right now that be in July.
Okay, then.
Let's say I got y'all.
So it's a little new information.
I feel like we get to make so many connections just by going and doing events, and like meeting these people who are hosting these events and helping us meet the kids and meet people in less fortunate situations. Like, it makes me want to do something like that in the future too. Like, have like a nonprofit to help kids and something like that in that regard.
And it's just, if you respect the city and you represent the city well, the city's gonna respect you back, and it's gonna take care of you, especially being an athlete. Because even my dad said if he was hiring somebody, like, if somebody walks in with the same credentials as I walk in with, and I play college football, he's picking the athlete every time, because he knows that if he had made the same grades as that other person and he can handle himself enough to make those same grades while still completing college football and going through, years of hell, basically, but a love-hate relationship, but he just knows that it's going to get it done at the end of the day, and I've already met people, we're going to show up, we're going to be on time. And that's the main thing. It's in the real world. You show up late to football, guess what? You got play pushes. And you know why? Because if you show up in the real world late, get out. Give me the money, you're fired, get out of here. Go find another job, and you got to find another way to take care of your family. But if you already have that discipline and consistency in place in your own life, then I think it's going to help you a lot with connections, and really just people know that you're going to show up and work hard no matter what you do.
Well, I think it's time to interview Seth.
Yeah, I got a question.
I had a question
for you. A burning question.
All right, as fat boys, we don't get to score touchdowns. I've only scored one in my career. That was in high school.
That's real?
Pick six, baby. Anyway,
That's fire.
Promise you.
I wish.
So, like, on Saturdays, man, you throw a nice, pass, touchdown. We're celebrating because, drive's over. We're family. What's it feel like for you, like when you throw the touchdown, like when you run something in, like we don't get that feeling. So describe it to us. We want to know what it's like.
I mean, it's pretty nice, I guess. I guess it depends on the person. I was just like, that's my job, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Like, your job is to block, my job is to throw the football.
Yeah.
So when I throw a touchdown, I'm like, I'm doing my job. So I just run down, I try and show y'all some love, you know what I'm saying? You lift me in the air sometimes.
Sometimes you run too fast,
Yeah. I say it's a real good feeling. Like, if you're, like, especially like offensive line, like if you're at the point of attack and like your block not necessarily made the play,
but like
it's right off you. It was a very important block. Yeah. If that block was not like how you did it, it's almost like you scored a touchdown. Like, you get
oh, so great.
Like, you throwing a bomb, we're excited, but when like my block is the one that saved the touchdown, or like did that, or got a first down late. Fourth down, like it's a good feeling.
And I feel like depending on where the game is, that also impacts it. Like,
that's true.
When Jay Ducker ran that touchdown against Arkansas State last year, that was the most hype I was for. Like, the game's over. I just steal the
deal. Was that block fire? Nah, that was what go Indy.
Yeah,
it real.
Red Indy.
It was fire, because I remember I jumped over Matt Day. I was like,
yeah. So like,
Then you got all your boys waiting for you out the sideline.
I think it even more is just how hyped the fans get, bro. Like I remember our true freshman year, when we played Mississippi State, and Kyle did the
climb.
That was
still.
I didn't even know what was happening.
Bro, I had no idea.
I was on the field. I was about to walk him in.
I was watching that game.
Yeah, that's
Like, no way Mississippi State lost.
Bro, he went crazy that
Yeah,
game.
facts.
Look at him now.
He had like 3 touchdowns.
You went crazy that game.
Yeah.
Who, me?
Yeah.
Not really.
Kind of spazzed though.
Was he nervous?
Good.
Is he nervous before every game?
Yeah, but
Low key. Do you get jitters like
I get jitters.
I get an uneasy feeling like before I get hit.
First
Like,
drive. When
like I
come
go
back
out there,
that's
I'm
when
like, can I get
Mine's
hit
always
already?
like butterflies, and then first play, right? It's like right in the snaps. It's like boom, like
Yeah,
everything
yeah,
goes away.
facts.
I'm like, all right, bet. Like,
I get so like, then you see the crowd, you're like, gosh, I can't play bad.
That was a big difference, bro. I came from school, it was probably like 400-500 people in the game, bro. I get to college and it's like 11,000 people. Was it 10, 11,000 or was it more?
40.
More.
What's our capacity? Like
our
Like
capacity.
probably
Our capacity's 58.
58?
Capacity's 58. 60.
So how many we have in?
it's
I think
about
we
30.
average like
It was sold
38.
out, right?
I think we averaged
Are
30.
you talking about, yeah, well, that Mississippi State game, it was almost,
56.
it was sold out, but then it started raining, so some people didn't show up, but it, I mean, it was still like
All right,
48,000.
Arkansas State game was kind of lit. That's when we didn't. It was so loud they couldn't hear their cadence, and they kept getting the bad snaps.
Oh, they got the 3 bad snaps. Yeah.
all right, thank you guys for joining us for this 901 Fun interview. It was a pleasure having you guys.
Yeah.
We'll see y'all on the field this season.
Yeah, appreciate you, bro.
We out.